Hello, you guys. If you are watching this out there, I just want you to know, I know it's November 1st, and I know today is, yeah, I'm about to make my coffee, y'all, but I know today is supposed to be starting the day too. If anybody is, on public assistance, I know today was supposed to be the day where they were supposed to be shutting that down, and, you know, to me, that's just obviously unfortunate, I try my best not to be all up in the news because, like that just, the news to me get depressing. It's like what, being on watching, on the internet and everything. You're always seeing something sad, and it's just always sad. Obviously it's sad how this country, how the world is just going down, and stuff like that, and how one person or like just like a few people can really, change the whole world in a negative way. They don't realize how much this is impacting everybody and some of their own people at that. When they're doing this, you're not just hurting us. You're hurting not directly some of your own people, because most, the people that are doing this, are, the government, so not directly the government is being hurt, but, as far as in some of their own kind, you know, and, like, I feel like, in a sense, the people who voted for this man to be in government, y'all know, and y'all can't blame nobody but yourselves, honestly. Y'all really can't blame nobody for what's going on but yourself. Y'all can't point the finger at the blacks, the Mexicans, or nobody else. Whoever voted for this man and stuff like that, you are to blame. You are. Because y'all should have been listening to the signs. Y'all always quick to, think y'all know something, and, y'all know better. And then, when it's beneficial for y'all at least. And then when things start falling apart and hitting the fan, then y'all want to point fingers. Point them at yourself first, and then point it at the person who's doing this. It's not the blacks, any other race. It's not even a race. It's directly the people who's voting for him, the people who, vouches for him, the people who still love him, who still kisses his ass at the end of the day, after everything he's already done. And I just feel, and I really pray all together. I really pray for everybody that is on public assistance. I pray that this eventually stops. I pray that y'all need to petition. I unfortunately don't qualify for public assistance. I wish, well, at one point I wished I did, because those food stamps do come in handy. I don't, obviously bought stamps from people. No, stamps come in handy, and, even if you do got food, extra food is always great, in this economy that we live in today. So, yeah, I'm making this video, y'all, hold your heads high. I don't know what everybody gonna do. I really don't know, obviously, and I'm sure some people don't know what they're gonna do themselves. I feel like, this is obviously going to be a rival. This is going to, obviously create a lot, especially if people, people are obviously hoping and praying right now that this is just a gimmick, that they really gonna, still put them stamps on. This people with like kids, man. Come on. Like obviously, the elderly is people that really survive simply off their stamps and their cash. And that is like, come on now. That ain't no reason to think, when people send up her key and stuff like that, like, oh yeah, they better than people on food stamps. You are literally just a bump in the freaking road from being just like these same people. I don't care how much money you got. You still bleed. Always remember that you still bleed. And everybody need to just humble themselves in the world that we in today. Like I said, I don't care how much money you get. I don't care if you're a nurse. I don't care if you're RN. I don't care if you're a I don't even know how to say, so we ain't even gonna say. I don't care if you're a pharmacist. I don't care what your title of job is. You get sick. We all have a date. At the end of the day, when you're born, you all have a date. So therefore, we all get, like I said, sick. We all bleed. We all, take those nice smelling products away. We all smell funky the same. So stop thinking you're better than the next person and that cannot be you. And start humbling, start helping, start sharing. And start being freaking grateful that you're in a predicament. If you're doing good for yourself, start being grateful that you're in your predicament you're in. I'm grateful that, I'm able to right now, and I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm grateful to be able to be in a predicament, to be able to be home and be with my daughter, especially at times like this. I hated the healthcare field. The healthcare field is very hypocritical. I was an aide in the healthcare field for 11 plus years, if you did not know. Before I started Domtastic Excel or any of this stuff that I'm trying to do now, before I started going to school for business, I wanted different. I wanted change. It's the same similar stuff there. You got the higher ups telling you this. They're not helping the situation. They're just pointing the fingers. They're just key. Let's be cute because I'm making more money than you. I don't have to do the job you do. And you need to humble yourself because technically we're all accountable for the same group of people. And technically, if if us aides weren't there, you want to know who would be doing it? Because otherwise, that'll be your ASS on the line, your certificate and license. It'd be you. It'd be the LPNs. It'd be the RNs. It would be all the way up the chain. I have seen it, especially during COVID. I've seen it. Some people in physical therapy working as aides because, you guys thought that, hey, it couldn't be me. Can't be me. And that's just a prime example of where it cannot be me gets me. Oh, that'll never be me. Those cliche sayings. Humble yourself. Realize we're in a crisis. We are we are literally in a crisis right now. And even if you are not directly affected, I'm sure you have family that is affected by this situation. Somebody, a friend, somebody that is on public assistance. If you're able to donate something to them, donate. If you're able to get there, guys. I'm trying to do the best I can over here, and it is hard for everybody. It's not any more easier for anybody who doesn't get public assistance because, everyone doesn't have jobs, but it is definitely hard for these people who rely on their public assistance. No kind of way. Some people don't even have cars, transportation. Some of these people probably staying in shelters already. This is terrible, y'all. If y'all see this video and y'all respect what I'm saying, share this video out and stuff like that. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm serious, y'all. This is terrible. Obviously I got family that's affected by this. I grew up struggling. Obviously I grew up on food stamps. So this is terrible. This really is terrible. And the government, y'all gonna get y'all day. That's just it. Y'all gonna get y'all day. Y'all think this is cool and making everybody pay for the stuff that y'all, us as a people, all should be accountable for our own actions. And at the end of the day, we're going to go alone. You don't go with the person that you work with. You go alone. You don't go with your child. You don't go with your mother. You don't go with your father. You go alone. By yourself, in a coffin, in an urn, wherever you go, however you go, it's alone. So these people next to you, they're not your friends. Us as a people need to stand up for morals and what we know is right for real. I don't care what predicament, a Republican, a politician, y'all need to start having morals and start caring about people. Stop worrying about the race. All that stuff is irrelevant. That's not putting your money in your pocket. The race. That's not putting food on your table, the race. Or the color of somebody's skin. Or how big they are. You people put too much relevance on somebody else's life. You cannot control nobody else's life. And even if so, like I said, these same people are going to get dealt with at the end of the day. When they have their final word, when they're on their deathbed, that race is not going to be the reason why you're freaking dying. Because somebody was black. Because somebody was big. Or because you didn't like their eyes. Or I didn't like their voice. It's all ignorant. People are really freaking ignorant. That's the problem. A lot of us as a whole are ignorant. If you really think about it, too much time to worry about other people and their problems and their priorities instead of helping them. You rather knock them down, of course, instead of helping them. I guess that makes you the big boy. I guess that makes you the bigger person. And whatever makes you feel good and sleep at night, if it makes you feel good to knock down the lower people, it's okay. Make you feel good to be on the bullyish behavior. That's great if that's how you sleep at night. You're going to have your day at the end. Trust me. Nobody likes evil. God do not like ugly. And trust me, you're going to have your day. That's all I got to say, y'all. Take care of yourself. Share this video out. And And I am so sorry that this is happening to y'all. I'm so sorry this is happening to us. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to check on my dog. I'm sorry, you guys. Have a good rest of y'all Saturday, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.